past 12 months have had a huge impact on mutuals, their operations and their people. But there is no doubt that the regulatory agenda is still front of mind and needs to remain front of mind for the next few years. Today, I'm going to talk to Quang Dang, who will take us through some of the key aspects related to the regulatory agenda that will impact on the mutual sector. Quang, thanks for joining me remotely today. From your perspective, how has COVID-19 impacted on the regulatory agenda, and are there any regulatory changes that have resulted from COVID-19?
Due to the impact of COVID-19, APRA has deferred the implementation of Basel III reform by 1 year to January 2023. Other than that, APRA continues with a number of important consultations, including CPET 511 on remuneration, confidentiality of key ADI metrics, and EFS reporting. Finally, I think open banking is also very important to the sector.
Quang, that's a fantastic summary. So from your perspective, what are some of the key changes that may impact on the mutual bank sector?
I'll start with open banking. Open banking presents new opportunities and also risks to the mutual sector. As we know, from February 2021, all banks, including the mutuals, will be required to give customer access to more data. I think it's important for the sector to design and implement a suitable chosen strategy to comply, compete, or innovate, and identify how to build and gain access to new capabilities through partnership or innovation based on the chosen strategy while balancing the capital budget. The second area that I think very important for the mutual sector is Basel III reform. The reform introduces the capital floor and aims at simplifying the capital framework and improving the transparency, comparability, and flexibility of the capital framework. There are a number of revisions that I think may impact the sector. Firstly, for credit risk management, the framework revised risk weights for residential mortgages in most of the cases towards lower risk weights compared to the current framework for residential mortgages that meet operational requirements. The operational requirements under the revised framework are in general stricter compared to the current framework. For operational risk, the framework proposed to replace the current advanced management approach adopted by advanced ADIs and the standardized approach adopted by all other ADIs, including the mutuals, with the single new standardized management approach. Under this approach, operational risk is calculated based on business activity indicator and prescribed factors, which increase in line with the business indicator size. And finally, for interest rate risk and traded market risk, APS 117 interest rate risk in the banking book for the first time applicable to all ADIs, including the mutuals. APRA also amended the internal modeling methodology and a standardized approach to market risk under APS 116. And for credit valuation adjustment CVA, the new framework allows two options to calculate CVA, the basic approach and the standardized approach, as opposed to only a basic approach under the current framework.
So finally, Quang, from your perspective and with your expertise, what would you recommend that mutuals do in the first instance, starting now?
To successfully implement those changes, there are a number of things the mutual sector can consider. Firstly, stronger board engagement in determining suitable frameworks and policies. Secondly, revisiting their capital framework with a focus on residential mortgages that satisfy operational requirements to benefit from lower capital charge. And finally, the sector can also focus on developing and improving their data capabilities to produce timely and accurate information for decision making.